wagging when they hear this next story. A new pet nutrition company just opened up in South Austin. Betty Cross is at the new place. Nulo, it's called, and it looks like you found a new friend, Betty.
I have found a new friend. This is Max. He is an English Labrador, and oh, he is such a good-looking boy. But I want you to take a good look. Do you think that he is overweight, or do you think he's just right? Well, we're going to find out using a 7-point body scoring system here at Nulo. You can use it on your own pet to see where they stand in all of this, if they're overweight or maybe just right themselves. All that's coming up in 3 minutes.
I'm going to go with healthy. He looks healthy, but we'll find out when we tune in with you later on. Thank you so much, Betty.
Welcome back to Austin Live.
A new Austin company is unleashing, you could say, a new way to feed your dogs and cats. It's designed to keep them fit and trim instead of becoming the little plumpy pet. Betty Cross is live at Nulo on Congress in downtown Austin for Yappy Hour. Do we have that right, Betty?
Yes, it's actually a way where you can come in and kind of get your pet evaluated to see if they're overweight. But I want you to take a look at Max. You know how we talked about, is he just right or maybe a little bit overweight? He's going to have his body score done in just a few minutes, and we're going to get the official word. But before that, I want you to see why it's so important what you're feeding your dog or cat. The number of dogs and cats that are packing too many pounds is alarming. 52% of pets are overweight or obese. That's 90 million dogs and cats. Now, this information is from a 2009 pet obesity study. And Michael Landa is with Nulo, the CEO and co-founder. 90 million, that just seems outrageous.
The numbers are staggering. And when you think about it, probably another alarming statistic in this is that many of the folks that have overweight dogs and cats really don't believe that they're in fact overweight. About a third of dog owners that have overweight dogs think that their dog is at a perfect weight. And about half of cat owners with overweight cats think that their cats are perfect. So what we've done at Nulo, there's a lot of information on nulo.com that there's actually a very detailed video that we have put together by veterinarian Dr. Patty Cooley, who really goes into great detail about what I'm about to show you. But essentially, we've developed a 7-point scoring system.
Let's see
and
that.
Because pets have such a wide variety of body frames, Max is a Labrador, as you pointed out, there's a couple of things that we do when we're scoring a pet. There's 3 things we look at. One is you want to look from the side, and you want to see the sort of tuck of the belly. You don't ever want to see the belly distending below the rib cage here. You'd like to see this tuck. You also want to do the second check overhead. Max is not really enjoying this, but you want to make sure that you see this sort of hourglass figure. With a pet, it's very important to be able to see that waistline. And the third thing we do is we just check, just palpate the ribs a little bit and make sure that we're not feeling any fat deposits here. It's very important. And then the 7-point system, 7 being extremely obese, 1 being way too thin, 4 being perfect. That's sort of where we put him.
And he would be what?
Well, I have to say a lot of the rain in Austin has maybe curtailed some of his swimming, so he's about a 4.5 right now, I think.
Okay, so 4.5. And coming up, we're going to talk to you about what you could do if maybe your dog was a 5, a 6, or a 7 to kind of get them a little bit more fit and trim. Jason and Michelle.
All right, Max looked about as excited about that body index thing as the rest of us do when we have it done. Thanks, Betty. And I know someone here at the station who recently got a new pet. Michelle?
Welcome back to Austin Live.
The organic food trend has gone to the dogs and cats. Literally, we're going to talk to a local company that's helping keep our portly pets in check.
Ooh, okay, and after that?
Austin Live as we begin our second half. Now, Americans aren't the only ones packing on the pounds.
Yeah, our pets are getting a little bit portly as well.
I thought you were looking at me. Okay.
I'm moving right along here, talking about keeping it about the pets here. But there is a new Austin company that is trying to help out those pets who are getting a little tight there in the collar. You know how it goes.
Yes.
I know how it goes. We all know how it goes.
I got a little chubby corgi right now, so I'm kind of worried about her weight. Now, Betty Cross is at Nulo. Tell us about this, Betty. This is a new approach to feeding our dogs and cats and finding out if they're healthy or too healthy.
Well, you know what? I found out an interesting fact when I arrived here at Nulo. I found out that 1 table scrap, that you give the dog during dinner time, can be the equivalent for them of a fast food meal for a human. I mean, that's just startling. This is Michael Landa, of course, the CEO and founder of Nulo, pet nutrition company, new to Austin. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you, Betty. Thanks.
And, you know, we talk about this. I mean, we don't realize how much we're giving our pets, do we?
No, that's correct. In fact, you know, we like to say here at Nulo that, you know, pets, if you think about it, pets really don't have eating disorders, do they? I mean, it's really people that have feeding disorders. And really what that means is we're feeding our pets the equivalent of fast food, and we're supersizing them.
Oh, so when we go to the grocery store or we go anywhere online and we start to look at all the different products, what should we be looking for?
So there's a very important thing you could do. I would encourage everybody tonight to turn their bag of pet food around. And if you look at the ingredients on the list, I mean, I'll tell you first off what you should avoid. The first things you should look for are corn, byproducts, or any type of gluten meal. You definitely want to stay away from those in any type of pet food. So if you are finding those on that label, throw the bag of food out and do your pet a favor.
But I see salmon here as the first ingredient.
Nulo's ingredients, we always start with meat. We make sure that we use whole grains, things like oatmeal, brown rice, sweet potatoes. Very important that the pets be able to absorb all the nutrients as part of the food and that they not just be fillers like corn and byproducts.
Because obesity is a huge problem, not just for people, we hear about that all the time, but for our pets.
That's right. And so nutrition plays an important role, but also portions play a very big role. So at Nulo.com, for example, we have a program called Simply Fit, where you can go and you can track your weight, you can log your exercise, you can actually even create a meal plan for your cat or dog online. So it really helps you with the process. But it does pay off because we do know that if you keep your pet at a healthy weight, it can extend their life up to 2 years.
Up to 2 years. And I want you to take a look at this face down here, because this is Max, English Labrador, and I think he is going to live a very long, healthy life, getting good food. So it's certainly something for you to do tonight. Like he said, just turn that bag of dog food around, take a look at the ingredients, and see if a meat, chicken, salmon, some other type of meat is the very first ingredient you're going to see.
I don't know. It kind of looks like Max can use a big old fat steak right now, Betty.
I think he wants a Twinkie, just one.
Just one.
Listening to some of those ingredients, though, they eat better than we do.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we're going to get some news now as we think about our menu item choices. Katie Stolp standing by in the studio right now.